Alright guys, I have a problem. So the battery on the S10 died a little while ago. I threw a new battery in it, and now my radio doesn't work. So we're going to go see what's going on with that. So what's going on, I stick the key in, turn it to accessory, and it's completely unresponsive. So that makes me think that there's no power coming to it. Also, it's raining, so this is a great time to do this. So one thing we're going to do, first thing we'll do, I already checked that the fuse has continuity to it, but what we're going to do is go through our guide, and this one, number 24, is our radio ignition. That's number 24. So I'm going to take my test light, flip it to something that's ground. I'll go with my brake pedal. That's usually an okay ground. Check. Not getting any power to that. I also might not have good ground on that. I usually try to find like an actual screw into something. Hinge might work better. Okay, I found a good ground, and now the door chime decided to work again. But we can see I've got power on both sides of that fuse, which tells me the fuse is in good shape. We can also check that with a continuity tester if you have one of those, or you can use a multimeter if you need to. But basically what we do is we clip one end of our continuity tester on there, and then we test it with that, and we see there's a light on. Basically, continuity tester is pretty much a test light with a battery built in. So we know we're getting good power, but we know we're getting our fuse is good. So that's the first thing I would normally check. So we'll put that back. So now the next step is I'm going to pull that radio out, and yeah, we'll just check everything at the plug. So the first step is to pull that bezel out. I've got it most of the way out. Just pop it. They all clip in different ways. This one clips on those four corners. There, and there. Then you got to take your keys. I think these are the ones that fit this radio. There's a couple different styles, but basically they kind of jam in there and basically push back some levers, and then you should be able to pull the radio out of its little thing. This does usually take a couple hands, so I'm going to put you down and we'll see. Okay, that was kind of a pain in the butt. This side was slightly broken. They're not broken, but something's bent in there. But basically what you're doing is you're shoving the key in to lift a metal tab out from the enclosure, and then shove it down a little bit to hook onto the edge of the actual receiver. And then it slides right out. And then what I'm going to do, first thing, I don't want to drop this too bad, but you'll see right there. Just connecting the plug. I'm going to move the head unit over there. I do have a fuse right here. We'll just check to see if that is still good with our continuity tester, just like before. Clip that there. double check that. This is so hard with one hand. But as you can see, the light goes on, so there's nothing wrong with that fuse. And it looked pretty good too. Not that you can always tell by looks. So, next thing I'm going to do is check the power supply. So, there is a red wire and a yellow wire. Those are almost always the power wires. So, one of them is switch 12, one of them is constant 12. I'm going to see with my test light. So, shoved it in the yellow. That is going to be, I guess, our constant. And then next I'm going to check the red with the key on. So many keys. So that turns on. And stays on till I open the door. So that turns on, and then it stays on till I open the door. So everything about this, as far as the wiring goes, tells me that this head unit should work. So if it's not working, it's probably a bad head unit. So that's annoying. I am going to just double check. We'll just double check, make sure that that is plugged in nice and in all the way. Okay, we got there. Now I'm going to hook my faceplate back on, because someone's totally going to steal this radio. I need to remove the faceplate. Because for all you know, I really hope it's not just some like dust on the contacts, not knowing what's up. But plug that back in. Still dead. Oh! It's alive. I have no idea why it's alive. Odds are, so we checked everything, so nothing was wrong with the wiring. So my guess is that the the connector in the back may have just gotten a little bit wiggled. So yeah, kind of awkward, but anyway, looks like I might have some tunes soon.
3 stars.
I do not want to listen to crappy new country. Anyway. So, anywho, I guess I have a radio again. So that's really what I would go through to do any real diagnostic. But in this case, it just happened to work. So, yeah, nothing was really wrong other than messing with plugs. And sometimes all you gotta do is unplug something and replug it, and it works. But if you ever have anything that's not working electrical wise, that's pretty much the same procedure I'd go through. So first I would find the fuse, if there is a fuse. Then obviously check to make sure that the fuse isn't obviously blown. Check all of the connections to the thing, and then repair as needed. So I hope that works for you. Just kind of a little bit of something that was bugging me. So I've gone a few days without a radio in this truck. But yeah, so Oh, that's my dash cam. I forgot to unplug it before. Anyway, so yeah, I've got a radio again, so I'm pretty stoked, and I hope you guys appreciated following along with some electrical diagnostics. So, coming to you from the cab of the S10, that's all for now, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Oh, so one other thought I may have had. Um, there's a chance that the radio itself kind of got a little buggy. So basically, from the battery discharging all the time and constantly going dead, because I charged it like 4 times just to make sure, it may not have liked that voltage, and it may have just gone into a safe mode. And a lot of times, a lot of electronics, especially the computerized one, like a modern Bluetooth enabled stereo, they tend to freak out. And just like everything else, um, try unplugging it and plugging it back in. So there's a chance that maybe unplugging it there um, actually just reset everything on it so that it was happy. But I don't know. Either way, I have a radio. So tomorrow's drive to work will be a lot better.